Alright, hey everyone, welcome to the PPL D2 Week 0. Need any more numbers in that title? Power rankings.
Let's see, what day of the year is it? Day, what, like
yeah.
47? Day 47
Yeah.
of 2018?
Day 47 of the league, Week 0 power rankings. Welcome.
We have quite the show for you today. Now, it's Week 0, which means the games have 100% definitely have not been played in any capacity yet. So
Definitely have not already done Week 1 results.
Not at all. Absolutely not possibly happened, because that's not how time works, Liam, you know?
Exactly.
Time
they would
is
wait for
linear.
us.
They will, of course. Time is linear. We can't go back in time. So, we are probably two of the most qualified people I can possibly think of to do Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon power rankings, because we are just the pinnacle of what battling talent was, or is still.
I mean, we've both, before this started, come to a consensus that we have not even got halfway through Ultra Sun and Moon yet.
Yeah, but that does not mean I can't have strong opinions that I will fight people for.
Neither of us have played a single competitive battle of Ultra Sun and Moon.
Is that true? That's true. Yep, that's accurate.
Yep.
I've done some Wonder Cup free-for-alls. Those are great.
Totally competitive.
I mean,
and
yeah.
Your Wonder Cup free-for-all teams were probably better than some of these drafts.
Yeah, I got at least one thing with rapid spins. That's more I could say. Shall we begin then? Shall we begin?
Totally. Yeah, we're going to let you lead off with your table. By the way, before this starts, just going to say, Steve is editing these videos. I have no idea what it's going to look like. So if you're watching this going, what the hell is that? I'm also saying, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I'm editing these on a $6,000 computer that the program I'm using is both like Final Cut Pro and Adobe After Effects. So if you're thinking to yourself, holy shit, I feel like I'm actually there in that video. The quality is so good. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I hope you built the power ranking tables in Minecraft.
I'd have to buy Minecraft first.
Oh no, we ain't got a budget for that.
Yeah, we don't even have a budget for anything at all. There's no budget at all. We were told we're gonna have editors up until like 4.5 minutes ago.
It all goes to D1.
Yeah, the 1%, man. The bourgeoisie, we're the proletariat, and we have nothing but contempt for our words. Okay, so at number 12.
Who you got at number 12?
The Adelaide Honchcrows.
Cool.
Thanks. All right, thanks. Number 11. I'm kidding. Okay. So for my number 12, little offense, and their offense is like Gengar, which at this point in like Pokemon, Gengar's not really very good anymore. I mean, he's fast and has Shadow Ball. That's about it. Como, I mean, you slapped a Z Crystal on there, so it can use now Clanging Scales with more power. That's good. You're going to want to use it as a Dragon Dancer, but that's just not going to work because it never fucking works. And after that, you've got Electivire, I guess. I mean, Necrozma, we all know what's going to happen. You're going to look at Necrozma when you draft it and go, oh my god, look at all the things Necrozma can do. And as you build their teams, you're like, oh my god, I need it for Stealth Rock and Recover again. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
You're never going to bring Necrozma and Porygon 2. You say you are, but you're never going to do that. I mean,
worse Mew syndrome.
Yeah, the speed exists only in special attackers. You have no reliable hazard removal. Reliable is the word there. I don't count D5 as reliable hazard removal because why are you going to?
He's got Torkoal.
Again, reliable hazard removal. Lots of defense, but no cleric. So
He's got Torkoal.
Okay, put on a shirt. Put that shit on a shirt. We'll sell that right now. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the team. It's got a lot of defense, but has nothing really. You just have fat mons that once Porygon 2 gets poisoned, you're in trouble. Once Torkoal gets poisoned, you're in trouble. I don't like it. I just don't like it. You got nothing. I don't like it.
This is super fun because I do not know Steve's power rankings and he does not know mine. I actually had the Adelaide Honchcrows at number 7. And I did not mind their team. Admittedly, I like the Z user on Electivire.
And Torkoal.
And Torkoal. I don't know. That's really confused me. If Bill can tell me why that is, why he's got Z Torkoal,
I'll tell you exactly why. Exactly why. Because he needed a mon to throw a Z Crystal on that fit his budget. That's all it was.
But it's a waste. It's a real waste.
But he's a turtle. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but
I didn't think of that. Electivire is a good Z user though. I love Zoroark. Piloswine, I hate. I don't know why everyone thinks Piloswine is so good. And you crapped on Gengar a little bit, but
I did.
I always find offensive Ghost really good in draft format because people tend to not bring anything to take a Shadow Ball, and someone will forget something like Gengar gets Icy Wind, or someone will forget something like, oh, I can't go for Earthquake because Gengar has Levitate, forgetting it now has Cursed Body.
Trash.
P2 speaks for itself. Celesteela has done well in the PPL so far. For some reason in PPL, no one can beat that thing.
Yeah, I don't get it. It does one thing. It's got Leaf Seed, Flamethrower, and Air Slash in Gyro Ball. There, I just did it. I every Celesteela set this year, I've done it for you. All right.
I kicked the crap out of Celesteela the one time I played it, and I just genuinely didn't see a problem with it. Every time I see someone fight Celesteela, they struggle with it. They see it right in front of them. They've got a Jolteon, and they think, maybe I should go for HP Ice. It's like, just hit it! Just hit it with a Thunderbolt! Oh, God. Just attack it. But, yeah, I think this team can do okay. I like the bulky parts, and I think Zoroark is going to work well with this team in particular. I hope it does anyway.
Number 11.
Number 11.
I have the FC Poplio.
Who do I have at number 11? Ah, no.
No.
Nope.
Okay, I'll keep going. The FC Poplio. Now, we all know why you drafted Stock Ataka first, because you're like, wow, I've never used this thing before, ever. And then you get it, and you realize, well, it's quad weak to ground. So then what do? You stack your team with Mons, with Levitate or ground immunities. So you got awesome heavy hitters like Talonflame in Ultra Sun and Moon, and Electric, which is going to do absolutely nothing. And Uxie, which on this team, I don't know where you're going to fit Uxie. So, because you've drafted something like Stock Ataka first overall, and you threw a Z-Crystal on it, it's going to force you to bring one of these Levitators, and we both know you're never going to fucking bring Talonflame. Not anymore, anyway, because it's so much worse. And you're never going to bring Electric, so you're going to have to bring Uxie. And then, because Uxie is the only defensive mon you'll be able to bring at that point, and then you're going to go,
bring Hydreigon. Hydreigon's got Levitate.
Oh, we're getting there. I meant in defensive, because Uxie's the only defensive mon. That's the sound my dogs are making. Okay. All right, they're fine. So you bring the Uxie, and you got Levitate, and then you're going to say, well, I have two pretty defensive mons now. I got to bring an offensive mon. You're going to go get Hydreigon. You're going to go, well, Hydreigon can also be an immunity for Stock Ataka, and then you're going to have 3 mons in your team already every week, and then you're just going to have 3 more slots to pick, and that's probably going to be Nidoqueen. And you're going to bring Comfey once with Defog, realize it's absolute trash. I don't know where you fill the other 2 I don't know what you do with this team, to be honest with you. I don't know. I filled out 4 slots for your team for you, and you're going to bring probably Nidoqueen Superior. You're never going to bring I mean, I guess Keldio's pretty good at this point, but your options are limited. You have a roster of 12, but like 7 usable mons, realistically. So, I don't know what you're going to do. That's that. I don't like it. It's gross to me.
I had FC Poplio at number 8, so not too far off your one. A bit close. Stack Ataka, I had no idea what Stack Ataka done before I saw it in about.
It dies to Earthquake.
I had no idea what it'd done, but I'm confident for it. I feel like it'll do something.
Nope.
I like people who pick up Keldeo in PPL. That's another one which everyone struggles with in PPL for some reason. I don't like Talonflame being his only fire type.
Absolutely
because Talonflame is not a fire type.
It's not even a Pokemon anymore. As soon as you send it in, it's going to take hazard damage, and it's going to be useless.
Yeah, it's very situational Talonflame now. Like you want to bring it in as soon as possible to avoid getting hit by rocks.
Yep.
And to avoid it taking a hit on a switch-in.
Mm-hmm.
Glalie, Mega, just...
It's certainly there.
It's a Pokemon. You drafted a Pokemon. Uxie's a great Pokemon. Uxie's great. Nidoqueen's great. Hydreigon's great.
Yeah, they're great, but you have to bring them every week because his team is just built that way.
But he does have some ground weaknesses, and if he does go against something like a Kieran Black, which can learn Earth Power and has Terravolt, or something that just has like Mold Breaker and Earthquake, he's going to have some problems.
Whoops, indeed.
Yeah, like going against a Excadrill or just anything that has Mold Breaker ground coverage, you're in trouble.
TRUBL, trouble. Now, what is that from, Liam? I make that reference all the time in my life, and no one knows what it's from. Are you?
I have
finally...
no.
God, rocket power! Come on!
Oh, damn it! Oh,
Twister, man. Twister's like, you're gonna be in trouble. TRUBL.
That's not fair, man. That's not fair. I'm too distracted by the woogies.
You know what? I'll give you that because you followed with another rocket power reference.
Yeah. Woogity.
I love that show. Remember the movie when you had like it was like downboard or downhill like dirt board racing?
Yeah, it was like a really weird one.
Tito had this weird thing with Vegemite that he liked. I don't know why he liked it so much. It's the rocket power movie, guys. Come on.
Watch it. Watch it after this.
Yeah. You know, watch it right now. It might be better. I don't know.
That's your homework.
Yeah. All right. We do number 10?
Who you got number 10?
I have the Portland Timbers. All my notes are entirely in air quotes.
This might be the closest we have because I have the Portland Timbers at number 11.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Portland Timbers. Now, the entire thing is all in quotes. I can't stress that enough.
Okay, cool.
Classic Dragon Fairy Steel Core. I feel like people use the term core like it's just like to have a core of a team. That's what you build around, not just 3 mons that fit that criteria.
Yeah, not just 3 types.
Right. And you did it, man. You got the classic Dragon Fairy Steel Core. You did it.
Pokemon X and Y, Dragon Steel Fairy Core.
You did it, man. You did it. And then you followed up Forgus, a very good special wall immediately with another special wall. But this one has Regenerator, so it's different. If at least if you made it your Zmon, because then you could use like Z Fire Blast Slowking.
Yeah, Slowking's a good thing.
I have personally been victimized by twice. So that's either here. Why did no one draft Shaman? Can we talk about that?
That's a good point, actually. Why didn't nobody?
It's got Natural Cure. It's got Air Slash. Come on, it's so good. It's really good. I don't know why no one drafted it. But you got Tangrowth, another Regenerator wall. So, cool. You have Z Stoutland. So look, this is how it's going to work. You're going to try to run Sandstorm 2 weeks in a row with Gigalith. And then you're going to realize what a terrible mistake that was, throwing a Z Crystal on Stoutland. I don't get this team at all. Z Infernape's really good. I'm not going to try to even say it's not.
Oh yeah, Z Infernape. Yeah,
but everything else is just
right. If I'm bringing up good points, I'll also bring up Z Infernape. It's always solid. Never a bad bring.
Never a bad bring.
And he has 2 Pokemon with Regenerator. Yeah, Tangrowth and Slowking. And they work well together.
They do, but why even bother getting Forges? I'll tell you why, because you wanted to say you have a Dragon Fairy Steel Core.
However, everything else on this team I disagree with. Because this team is like a Frankenstein draft. It is like 2 or 3 teams stuck together with sticky notes that just said, please help. Because you've got 3 Pokemon that work on a sand team in Gigalith, Stoutland, and Excadrill. Then you've got 2 Pokemon that don't want to be. Then you've got 2 Pokemon with Regen. Then you've got Galvantula and Infernape, 2 Pokemon known to run Focus Sash and don't want to take residual damage from weathers.
Yeah, especially a Galvantula. If anything,
yep.
Sticky Web, and then like why even bother having Sticky Web when you have 2 Pokemon that can have Sand Rush?
Yeah.
You don't need it at that point.
And then you got a Mega Bayonet that's just chilling there. Which, if you don't bring, if it doesn't just get used for Shadow Sneak Destiny Bond each week, I'll be any week that actually comes, I'll be surprised.
I do want to say, because I'm now on the PPL channel, I beat Ellie 1 week with Rest, Sleep Talk, Shadow Claw, Dazzling, Mega Bayonet.
Nice.
That was
nice.
It felt good.
I mean, Mega Bayonet can do stuff, but like it's an acquired taste.
I'm with you.
You have to like know what to do with it, and you have to be comfortable with it, and it's not one that you can just go, hey, I got a Mega Bayonet now, because otherwise you're just going to click Shadow Sneak and die. Or you're always going to struggle to bring it in, because you're never going to know when to bring it in.
Yep, I'm with you. I will say, Portland Timbers, if you want to have a chance this year, you want to trade Forges immediately, just trade them and drop Gigalith and Galvantula. Just shore up those holes, man. But just trade Forges. Somebody's gonna want Forges. I promise you. Somebody's gonna want
Someone will
Forges.
pick up Forges. Someone will want Forges.
So trade it.
I reckon this is about 3 teams together that's just confused halfway through. and it will reflect in the battles. I feel like.
But he got the classic Dragon Fairy Steel Core.
It does have the X and Y Dragon Steel Fairy Core.
Classic. It's italicized, underlined. Classic.
If only you had Talonflame as well. It'd be like a proper X and Y draft. What number are we on now? 9. Math is hard.
I have the AFC Wormadam.
Oh no, I have the Pittsburgh Pyro.
I have them number 1. This is gonna be fun. Okay, well,
This will be fun indeed. I do have a bit of a bias against Pittsburgh Pyro, although, but we wait.
I have a lot of strong opinions on Pittsburgh Pyro. I'll get to number 1. So let me give you my notes on the AFC Wormadam. But the first note I have was, oh shit, I need offense. Let me throw a Z-Crystal on Moltres. Here's why, though. Okay, well, here's why. Mega Scizor, fantastic. I'm never going to say it's not. Fantastic. Kieran Black, fantastic. Once you get off that, though, the rest of the team is just random. I mean, I don't like Mew in draft format because he can do everything. He's always reserved to a support role. Always.
Yeah.
But then his team was like, nah, I'm going to make him do offensive things. So I'm going to draft things like Miltank and Gourgeist and Skuntank. And Rideon. But what's going to happen is that you're going to realize that those aren't really good support mons. So Miltank is... are you really going to use Miltank and Gourgeist together? Are you? You think you're going to, but you're never going to. You're never going to bring both Gourgeist and Miltank together. That's never going to happen. It's not going to. So Mew is going to once again be the mon that's going to have like Soft Boil and like Thunder Wave, and then you're like, shit, I need some special offense, and then you throw on Moltres. And I mean, the Kieran Black's good, Mega good, Tapu Fini, I don't think it can do a lot in draft format. It's great in like VGC because it has a defined role, but if you know your opponent has it, you can kind of plant. I mean, you can't hit that hard. It's great support, and then you have a lot of support and not a lot of offense. But Kieran Black's going to destroy faces. Mega Scizor going to do the same thing. But other than that, which then makes
Plus Kieran Black's the user. Yeah.
But then once you get past that, though, you can kind of plan for that because you know, like, Rideon is literally never going to be a problem for you. Miltank is never going to be a problem for you. Gourgeist is never going to be a problem for you. So you can kind of plan around that. Sure, he's got speed and Miltank and body slam and... Oh shit, it's Miltank.
For the record, Miltank is another Pokemon that PPL players have a struggle against.
You got that Sap Sipper that he can utilize against Tapu Bulu, but then Tapu Bulu can hit you with a super power anyway, so...
where do I have this lot? Hold on, I have to keep on flicking. I have... Who are we on? AFC Wormadam.
Yes.
I had this lot at number 5. I quite like this team, actually. I actually quite like this team.
It's a conglomeration of
No, I quite like this team for a few reasons. He picked up the Kieran Black, which is great, and then he picked up Mega Scizor, which is the Kieran Black counter.
Yes.
Like a huge Kieran Black counter. He picked it up.
After that, though, the team kind of exists.
He went for Holucha, which I would have grabbed a different fighting type.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Holucha works on this team as much. It seemed like Holucha's going to have a few common weaknesses of everyone else. I think I would have just preferred something like a Hitmonlee or something.
They put that on burn anyway. So.
Gourgeist Miltank can work. Hopefully he does figure out a way to bring both because they obviously cover each other. They obviously cover each other's weakness. Miltank with a thick fat as well. Rideon I love, personal flavour, and Z Moltres, which I think can be interesting, but again has Talonflame syndrome, where you just want to bring it in as quickly as possible before it gets hit by a hazard.
Yeah, and then you have no... I mean, I guess Miltank can what? Heal Bell. So that's good.
Yeah, Miltank does the Heal Bell thing. Miltank could have actually been a cool option for a Z user. Yeah. Miltank gets a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
And it's fat enough to take a hit, so it can just take the hit, and then it's got enough speed to get the Z Crystal off before something else.
You get Stealth Rock too, but I feel like you're gonna bring it like twice, try to pair with Gourgeist. That's not gonna work. Then you're gonna, and then you have Electrode, which is actually useless. It does nothing.
Electrode is definitely there. As he definitely got to pick 11 and went, I don't have an electric type or anything that can run, or I don't have an electric type that's not Fusion Bolt.
Yeah. So it's got speed. That
it brings your speed clear up.
Sure.
No one's gonna prep for Electrode.
No, you're not.
Because even water types just go. It's an Electrode. Who cares?
Even Gyarados doesn't really care. Can Electrode even one hit a Gyarados?
Maybe. I assume so.
I don't know. Like
Gyarados can definitely one hit an Electrode though.
Oh yeah.
I like the combination though of Gorgeist. I like the combination of Gorgeist, Rideon, Miltank. I like that one. That's a nice.
Yeah, but then you're stuck with 3 mons that are Gorgeist, Miltank, and Rideon.
Rhydon's really strong. Rhydon's got base 120 attack, and I like the pickup. I like that he's fleshed out his quad weaknesses. So he's got the quad weakness on Scizor, which is fire. Then he's got the quad water and grass on Rhydon, and he's got the quad rock on Moltres. So it's going to bring in hidden powers a bit of a choice. Admittedly, more so between Moltres and Mega Scizor. I don't think many people are going to bring quads for Rhydon, but I hope they do. I hope Rhydon does get to show what it can do, because I have faith in it. But as a whole, I think this team can work out and is well-rounded.
Lot of eh.
I do think it needs a better special attacker, though.
Yep.
That's for certain.
Yep.
Mew, obviously
it's
Mew
not
can
gonna
do
be
special
Mew.
attacking.
It's not gonna be.
No, obviously Mew can do special attacking, but
it's not. It's the same thing that happens every draft with Mew ever.
He doesn't really have a good special attacker.
He's got Z Moltres though. Don't forget.
I said a good special attacker.
Z Moltres, though. Don't forget. That's why I get it. Don't forget.
Oh, I forgot how great Moltres is. Gets drafted every season. I'm surprised it didn't go round 1.
Well, it should be banned, to be honest with you. It's a bird and it's on fire.
Yes.
Imagine seeing that in real life. That's horrible. Imagine like a pigeon flies by your window and it's on fire. How horrifying.
There's a reason why fire doesn't fly in real life.
Right.
It's OP.
It just
God knew.
Terrifying. Terrifying.
God, he knew it was OP. He nerfed that shit ages ago.
Damn it, God.
What number are we on now? I forget.
12, 11, 10...
We just done Adelaide Honchcrow. No, we just... Wormadams. Who you got number 8?
The SL Bonafica.
Oh, I got them at 6. Not bad.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Not bad.
So, there's a lot of bulk, but the direction of the team just seems like, hey look, bulky offense. Do you see how I got bulky offense? I got bulky offense.
Yeah.
I mean, Greninja is amazing. I'm not going to say it's not. That thing's really good. But the hazard removal is Cryogonal, and you'll eventually drop that in favor of Defog and Empoleon, and then when you're only hazard removal is... Yep, there you go. Mega Venusaur, though, is really, really good.
Thank you! Thank you. Too many people crap on Mega Venusaur. It's a good Pokemon.
It is. It is. However, I feel like when you have the team that you already have, you could have gotten Shaman there for a little less, and then you wouldn't have to draft Cryogonal.
Very true. That's a good point. It was probably looking for something that could take on fairies that isn't shitty Empoleon.
Yeah, all the Tapus I get. Yeah, that makes sense. All the Tapus and stuff. But you could have gotten, like, Shaman for... How much is Shaman for in this? Anyway.
No idea. Probably like 12 or 13, maybe even 15.
No, not 15. No way. I would be personally offended if it's 13.
They do some crazy stuff, those guys.
This is not in alphabetical order. Why? Alright, hang on. Shaman. It's 15.
Like 12.
Wow. Oh, gross.
15? I knew it! See, I knew it!
Ugh. Okay, well, then you could have gotten Shaman for 15, and then what is a 7 Mon that can take on Fairy type? We're going to do this right now. Regular Venusaur. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, it's on the screen. What is there? I was looking at this before, and now it doesn't seem to me. Yo, Goliath Pod was 7 and no one drafted. Shame on all of you. All of you. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, as the team's got like bulky offense, the speed,
I'm back.
You're relying on, I guess, Garchomp for speed. The 102 is kind of good. Greninja's going to be great. But other than that, like, what's Zapdos going to do? Going to be bulky with Thunderbolt and Hidden Power X and Volt Switch. Right. What's Arcanine going to do? Be bulky, possibly with Morning Sun. What's Mega Venusaur going to do? It's going to have Sludge Bomb and be bulky, and then Gardevoir is going to be a fairy type. I don't know. I just don't think there's a lot of room to be creative with this team. I think in League format you have to be creative in order to throw people off guard, or else your team's kind of easily, predictable, and people can have an easier time building for it. And I think that's where this team kind of falters.
I'll plan that I was here for the whole time that you was talking about that, and my Discord didn't crash. But Where did I have this team again? Fuck, I don't remember.
6, you said?
6, yes. 6. Why'd I have them at 6? I like Mega Venusaur. I hate Empoleon. I think Empoleon's very overrated. Unless you're bringing it offensive. Which he can't really, because he doesn't have another water type. Oh, he has Greninja, but that's also offensive. He doesn't have a bulky water type.
I mean, Greninja's typing is kind of irrelevant because it's going to die if you breathe on it too hard, so...
Eventually, he will bring a defensive Empoleon, and it will do crap.
No.
Like, he'll bring a defensive Empoleon, he'll think, this is going to take a hit, it will take a hit and take 30% damage, and it'll take another hit and die, because it's slow. It needs to be offensive, or it's a waste of space. Which is a shame, because Empoleon as an idea is the cool, like, it's a steel penguin, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, as a concept, it's cool. Sork, I like as a Pokemon, but I feel like it's like just like worse Hitmonlee. Lycanroc is cool, I guess. I don't see it do very thing. I don't see many people draft Lycanroc, and that makes me think Lycanroc's going to do stuff. That's a fair thing, because we don't see it a lot, so you don't know what it does. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to think like, oh, Lycanroc, this thing. But now it gets ground coverage in Ultra Sun and Moon now, I believe. It gets Drill Run, which is one of the things it was severely lacking. Still got the priority rock move, and gets things like Brick Breaker stuff. I just feel like it's going to catch a lot of people off guard the Lycanroc day, especially with that Z Crystal as well. That's pretty much it. Zapdos, Garchomp, Arcanine, I mean, like, standard.jpg drafts. Cryogonal, underwhelming. I always wanted to do something, but it never does. Yeah, that's my problem. Like, the team, like, the Pokemon individually are good, but there's just not a lot of room to kind of deviate. They're kind of stuck doing what they're doing. So I feel like that, if you're going up against somebody, it'll be just easier for the opponent to kind of predict what you're doing. So, like, I like the Z Crystal on Lycanroc Day. Greninja, I don't think needs a Z Crystal. I think I might have preferred the Z Crystal going on something like Zapdos, just to keep things interesting, or Gardevoir. Just to keep things. Gardevoir would have been pretty cool. Just to keep things interesting, like you said, add a bit more diversity in it. I mean, Venusaur can be physical, but then if it's physical, you know it hasn't got poison jabs, so you don't have to worry. And then, I don't know, like you said, it's a good team, but it's not a creative team. Yeah, but, you know, prove me wrong, you know? Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Number 7. Ooh. Chicago Bewares. I had them at number 12, so this will be fun. Number 12? Number 12. Okay, well, I think the team is very top-heavy. I mean, like, Lander's T with the Z Crystal, I think, would be very good. Especially because he's got a wide move pool. Understatement of the century. It's very top-heavy. Latias is going to be good. It's Latias. And Mega Kangaskhan is going to be good. Does better than one thing. And then you go down to, like, Rotom Wash and Ferrothorn. Like, they're good at what they do, but you know what they're going to do. Especially when if you see at team preview, like if you see like Landorus, Latias, Mega Kangaskhan, Rotom Wash, Ferrothorn, and like I don't know DNC, like you know that Rotom Wash is, you know exactly what Rotom Wash is doing there. You know exactly why he's there. Ferrothorn, it's now I like having both Rotom Wash and Ferrothorn in a non-draft league team because your team that's not going to be able to prepare for it, it can stop a lot of stuff. But if you look at this team. I mean, as a Ferrothorn is one thing, Rotom Wash, sure, you can Scarf it, but then it's not going to be very good supportive-wise. And then if you Scarf it, you know what I'm trying to say here? Like, yeah. It's just... I used to put assault vests on my Rotom Wash when I was a nutter. You were a nutter? When I was a nutter. An absolute loony. Raving lunatic. I ran a Rotom Wash once that... Is that Miracle? Did you get Miracle? That'd be cool. I think Rotom Wash also gets defogged now, by the way. Ah, who cares? It doesn't make a difference to this team at all. I do not remember what I... Oh, no. I ran the... I had a Thunderous Tea that I beat out. What the hell? I can't remember what I did. It involved Rotom Wash and Thunderous Tea to some fashion. The story's irrelevant, but it was one of my best plays in Pokemon League formats. I'm going to hang on to that memory. What the hell? Yeah, clearly you remember it well. But Rotom Wash does get defogged now. We was talking before this call about not knowing shit, but I know Rotom forms now get defogged. I believe. I could have just said that about 5 times and be totally wrong. Yeah, you could have. But I want to see Rotom Wash get. I'm very curious. How to use defog Rotom. Yes, that is a thing now.
Don't. Okay, next. No. I don't. Okay, so like, are you low Pony Z and Whiscash Z? Like, why? Are you really gonna bring those over something else? Like, do you really think that's gonna work out for you? You really think you're gonna build a team and you're gonna go, I could bring either Whiscash Z or Rolling Wash. I'm not sure which one I want to do.
I thought you said I could bring either Whiscash Z or Lopunny Z. They both do so much.
The only appeal I ever have with low Pony is running Switcheroo Assault Vest with Klutz, which is great. Because you can, like, Switcheroo and Assault Vest on something like, I don't know, any Celesteela. Yeah, right? It'd be a little more annoying, but it can't be that thing that it does with this stuff.
I mean, like,
it's super top heavy. It's an easy to predict every week.
My issue with this team is if you look at this team and take away Rotom Wash, it gets destroyed each week. Like, Rotom Wash is the absolute linchpin of this whole team. Sorry?
And he gets no recovery.
Like, without Rotom Wash, you're going to be constantly worried about Hidden Power Ice, because Lando's going to get hit, Latias is going to get hit, Pharaoh doesn't resist it, Chandeler's like the only resistance to it.
Not even defensive Juggernaut that is Whiscash resistant, so...
Whiscash does not resist the ice moves, unfortunately. Landorus T is a good pickup. I'm not sure if it needs a Z move, but I feel like if you bring Lando T, the only reason you're bringing Lando T is because you're scared to miss a Stone Edge, or you want to use Supersonic Sky Strike. I don't think you're going to bring the Z move for anything else, maybe the occasional knockoff, but then you've got Drapion and Chandelure, so you're not going to do that anyway. Mega Kangaskhan is good, but then he's got a lot of niche picks in the middle, like Drapion, which can be good, and you've got Chandelure, which can be good. And
Sub Acupressure Drapion, do it!
And then you've got Excelgor, which can be good, and you've got 3 Pokemon at the bottom which aren't good. So it's weird.
How does this league work with dropping a Z user?
I have no idea, but I would have preferred if he didn't put the Z move. I've already told this to Carson of the Chicago Bewares. I would have preferred if he didn't draft Diancie, didn't draft Lopunny, and didn't draft Whiscash, and instead he used that 9 million to draft a Alolan Ninetales, and then he used it and then put his Z Crystal on Drapion instead.
Yeah, it took the word right out of my mouth. Yeah, definitely.
I would have much preferred that. He would have had a nice ice resist. He could have set up Aurora Veils so that he could have got he could have set up with Drapion. Drapion's got the double dance going on. He can get easier subs with Chandelure, which I feel like Chandelure really needs. You can get the subs with Latias or Carmines of Latias. His team is quite set up heavy. With an Aurora Veil, it's good. It gives him a nice resist, gives him a better fairy than Diancie. I feel like Diancie is very underwhelming. Feel free to prove me wrong, but I feel like Diancie is very underwhelming. I mean, if you look at Diancie, just think of a Carbink with 20 more attack stats.
We all know how good Carbink is.
Yeah, we all know it. Everyone's looking to grab that Carbink. I don't know. I feel he started off really well, and then
well, there's just nowhere to go after that.
I hope things like Chandelure does well and Drapion does well, otherwise I can see him struggling with having Pokemon that he's not familiar with and just don't really mesh well together.
After his first 4 picks, or 5 picks, like, there's nowhere to go. He has so few amount of points at that point.
It's true. It's true. By the way, you probably don't know this, but Mega Kangaskhan, it cannot use Power Up Punch in this league.
Disappointing.
It cannot use Power Up Punch, I believe.
Alright, well. That's alright. Still.
Yep.
Still. Alright, we got number... Where am I? 6?
Yeah, that sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, 6. I have the Birmingham Spritzee.
I have them at number 1.
Wow!
I have them at number 1. They're my number 1 pick.
Well, let me tell you why. I don't think it's number 1. Still number 6 though. All right.
Still number 6. We're not bad.
The problem with me doing power rankings is that I always look at reasons why they're not good. So
yeah.
Which he's still number 6. But let me just I'll tell you why, and then you just tell me why I'm wrong. Okay. Very well-rounded offense. That should go without saying. Glade, Salamence. then I guess Heatran. Vikavolt is going to be good. I like Kamala for its pretty much uses stop status, which is nice. But defensively, it's kind of bland. I guess my problem with Heatran in League format is that you always think it's going to be really good, and then it's always kind of underwhelming. It can't really ever be defensive because of its quad weak to ground and its weakness to fighting, two very prominent offensive types. Offensively, I guess it just doesn't really have the speed, I guess, to keep up with a lot of other offensive mons. So I don't think I don't think it should be 15 million anyway. I don't think it should be that high. I mean, Heatran's sure it's good, but it's kind of restricted on what it can do. Once you actually start trying to do things with it, you realize that it can't really do all that much. But it is powerful. But I mean, you've got Clefable and Seismitoad. Clefable's really good. Seismitoad, like, are you really going to bring both Clefable and Seismitoad each week? Seeing that they're your only, like, defensive mons. Kamala is not defensive at all. It's there for support. You throw an Assault Vest on it, you use U-turn, and you know you do Kamala. But I mean, I just think that Heatran, since you pretty much drafted Heatran to work with Salamence, you're going to bring them early on together, and then you're kind of going to realize Heatran is sort of dead weight, so he's going to lose his spot for more versatility later on. But I definitely think this team can do a lot of good things, and I really like Mega Glade and Zing Salamence together a lot. I think those two together are going to cause people a lot of problems, so you might not even need to, you know, utilize Heatran to the extent that a second round pick would normally yield you, I guess.
I will tell you why I have them as number one.
Please.
Mainly being that Alex has pretty much got near enough my exact draft from PPL Season 4.
How did you do that season? What was your record?
My record in PPL Season 4 was... Hold on, I'll find it for you. I went... Oh, missed it. Out of 11 matches, I lost 5. And Alex is a better battler than me. Okay. Heatran and Salamence together are fucking ridiculous.
Yes. But
Heatran, Salamence, and Toad together are also ridiculous. He has the Clefable, which is going to do well with Heatran and Seismitoad. This team, I look at it and I just don't see many holes. You see Heatran as underwhelming. I see it as quite versatile. I took it to 9 and 5 last season. Brought it to like 7 of my 11 games. I brought it offensive quite often. The only thing I'm unsure of... I don't know. I don't think I'm unsure of anything, really. I hope Mega Glade does stuff, because Mega Glade's really cool. But that Vikavolt is... I love Vikavolt lately. Oh, yeah. Especially as a Z user. Like, you get million. One... Yeah, for 6 million as well, it's like 145 special attack. You get 1 agility up, you've got a Z crystal in it, something's dying. And then you've got an agility up as well if you're lucky. So 2 things are probably dying. Sneasel is great. But if I can take a moment to say how similar our drafts were.
Please do.
He has Salamence, I had Salamence. He had Heatran, I had Heatran. He had Toad, I had Toad. He has Sneasel, I had Weavile. What's he got as his fairy type? Clefable. It's
lagging a little bit.
Yeah, he had Clefable. I had Aromatisse.
Comparable. Aromatisse, Clefable. Essentially the same thing.
Yeah. And then after that, we started differentiating a bit, but that's fairly comparable for a draft. And I can just see this doing well. Like Salamence, the quad weakness covered by a lot of his team. Sneasel, the quad weaknesses covered by a lot of his team. Drifblim was really nice pickup. This team worked really well with a Ghost and that fighting immunity.
I like Drifblim a lot. He can, like, Drifblim, if you don't prep for it, it can really cause you problems.
Yeah, it's fatter than people give it credit for.
It is.
It is a lot fatter than people give it credit for. Like, and it gets Pain Split, and I think it might even get Roost now.
Roost.
I think it even gets Roost now.
It's got Unburden though, which is awesome. And a base.
It has Unburden, which is really cool.
80 speed. Base 80 speed and Unburden.
Yeah. And it's got, and one of the sneaky abilities I like that it has is Aftermath, which a lot of people, which if he does bring it, I feel like someone will forget about, and it will kill something. It takes a quarter of your health. Yeah. Aftermath.
A quarter.
That's a quarter.
The Pokemon that dealt the damage is a quarter, right? Nice.
Yes,
yeah.
the Pokemon that dealt the killing blow.
Would have been so much better if it was a Drifloon. Like it was a Drifloon's quarter.
Yeah, if it was a quarter of Drifloon's health, that'd be crazy.
He also gets Sucker Punch, so don't forget about that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's got like fairly comparative speed. It's going to get like Destiny Bond as well, Magic Coat, things like that. I just see this team as being, one of the things we mentioned, I see this team as being versatile, and I see it as being, there's not an easy way to break it down. I feel like if anything, if this team's going to lose, it's going to be because someone made, like Alex made a misplay.
You know what it also has? Tailwind.
Oh, that's really good.
Tailwind with Aftermath, and you bring in Vikavolt. Oh, I'm immediately regretting my ranking of 6, but it's okay.
That's really good, especially with the Silvally going into Parting Shot. You Parting Shot into Drifblim, and then you just set up a Tailwind.
Yeah.
And that Silvally with like any type as well, that's a good coverage. I mean, if he doesn't want to bring Vileplume, which is a substandard grass type, you bring Silvally Grass. Admittedly, you haven't got as much stab, but you do just have a pretty solid grass type. Its stats, what's its stats, like 110 across the board, or like
Silvally?
95? Yeah, I don't remember.
I think it's, no, not 110, I think
No.
it's 95.
Yeah, 95 across the board, which you can make work.
Yeah, especially
I mean, if
if you bring him as just, if your team isn't the focus, isn't Silvally, you can definitely make it work.
Yeah.
95 across.
Yeah, and if people are going to bring things like defensive Mew, then you can definitely bring defensive Silvally.
Also, it's Tailwind.
Tailwind, Silvally gets Tailwind too.
Indeed, with the new move tutors. Oh, I immediately regret this ranking. I'm sorry, Alex. I apologize. Oof.
And I also, and like you mentioned, I like the Kamala being a status sponge, as well as having Clefable, which has Magic Guard, and Heatran, which resists Toxic. It's going to be real hard to get a status on this team, and Heatran also has Flash Fire. It's going to be real hard to like. It's going to be hard to Toxic or Will-O-Wisp this team.
So hard. It's got Flame Charge, which speed stat.
I like you're basing your whole PR on Drifblim. It's just like Drifblim gets Flame Charge and it gets Tailwind. Fuck, man, I wish I'd put Alex higher up.
Dude, for
Drifblim's so
3
good.
million, it gets more than like one useful move. That's a win in my book, dude.
Yeah, no, it's good. And Vileplume, I feel like, can be pretty good as well.
Oh, I love Vileplume. Fuck! Oh, I'm such an idiot. Alex, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I feel like this is a really good team.
If you win week 1, you're now first. I'm telling you right now. So just win week 1. You're gonna leapfrog everything.
What number are you on now? That was 6, wasn't it? 5?
5. Yes.
5. Who you got?
I have the Parasens.
Parasens. I had AFC Wormadam here, so I had Parasens at number 10.
I like this team because it doesn't have a lot of need for defense, I think, where a lot of offensive teams do. I love Z-Manaphy maybe more than I love my own wife. It's a toss-up. I don't know.
Oh, for the record, I made this power rankings before someone else took it over and made a few changes, so I might change my mind on some things as well.
That's okay. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We're only human, albeit near perfect humans.
Indeed.
Humans.
That is why they drafted us.
I love the Blastlon. I love that thing, so I don't know how to pronounce it. But
yeah, Clown, I just keep calling it.
Got base 107 speed, which is really good.
Yeah, it's like Galvantula speed. I think Galvantula's 108 actually.
The only thing The only thing I wish is that you drafted Manaphy, Blastlon, and your Mega wasn't a Mega Alakazam. If it was more of like a physically offensive Mega, like maybe if you had Mega Glade there instead, I think it would have been a lot better. Sure, offense is changing a lot on special offense, but with Scolipede though, you can kind of make anything as a physical attacker because you have Sword Stance and Speed Boost. So I imagine Blastlon is. Am I saying it right?
I think I always say it as Clown or Blacephalon.
Blacephalon sounds a lot better than Blastlon. Blastlon sounds like a Spanish dish, and Blacephalon sounds like a real. Anyway,
it sounds like a bad vegan flan.
Hey, some vegan stuff's pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, I know, but I wouldn't want to eat a blossom flan.
You know, let's try it. Let's make it for our next episode of Power Rankings. Instead of Power Rankings, we'll try to make that.
Definitely cooking with power rankings.
It's got Blastlon, so his moveset is very especially oriented. So even if you wanted to make it, a recipient of Scolipede, it'd be tough to do so. But you could do it. It's got Shadow Claw. It's got foul play, it's got knockoff, so it's possible to do. You didn't make it a Z user, so it can't utilize its awesome Z moves. But I like the team a lot. I don't think a lot of teams are really going to be able to like match up with this defensively. It's going to be hitting really hard, and when you have things like Cabalion and even like Golbat, you can kind of and even Manaphy with U-turn, you can kind of turn out of whatever threats they go into and immediately threaten out whatever wall they bring with.
That's a good point.
Your super high-powered offense that you have. So I think it's going to be. I think that's going to be very helpful in the weeks going forward with that. And sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's a really good point. I didn't take into consideration the amount of U-turn and Volt turn options he had. I completely forgot that Manaphy gets U-turn.
By Golbat, I definitely mean Passimian. Definitely mean Passimian. I mean, really the same thing. It's a fast mon. It's got U-turn, so you can kind of Cabalion. Not yet. But when you get Cabalion, you know, it's going to have Volt Switch. And time is linear, guys. Time is linear. But that's why I like the team a lot. Or I will like the team a lot, I guess. Because it's going to have the potential to turn out of a mon into an immediate threat. And that is that.
Yeah. I mean, where did I have this team? I keep forgetting where I have teams. I had them at number 10. I definitely picked up on the fact that he doesn't have much physical offense. Like, I definitely would have liked the Metagrossam to be something else. I mean, I don't even think he needed like a psychic type. If you go in like Blastlon, which is a fairly offensive like ghost and fire, and then you got Exploud, which has a bunch of coverage already. I'm not even sure if he needed a psychic type at that point. I would have maybe gone for like a, I don't know, I forget half the megas now because we don't use megas as much anymore. I don't know any good physical megas. Megalade, yeah. Yeah, if you could have got that Megalade really early, pass some speed into it with Scolipede and like it's done. Crook. Good physical attacker though, but Crook's gonna have to do a lot on this team. Like Crocodile's gonna come every single week. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind Crocodile will come every week. Blacephalon should also come every week because people struggle to switch into strong Shadow Balls, and those that can switch into strong Shadow Balls will struggle to switch into whatever Blacephalon's signature move is. That move where it blows up its head. I have no idea what it's called.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's called. It's just got a move where it takes its head off and its head explodes.
That sounds absolutely horrifying.
I'm pretty sure it gets other fire moves as well, but I think that move halves its current HP, but it's base 140 or something like that.
Oh jeez, Rick.
Yeah, I'm looking at it's ridiculous.
It's a fucking nightmare feel right there. Could you imagine seeing that in person? Imagine it took that stance, and instead of like Pennywise scaring Kate, took its head off and it blew up.
He has no fairy though. I mean, he has Swirlix, but you might as well have no fairy.
Yeah.
Exploud not needed with Mega Alakazam. And Rotom Mow is my least favourite form of Rotom. Like, I feel like it's the least useful. I mean, Grass isn't a very good offensive typing, and if you use Leaf Storm, you have to switch out.
Yeah, but if his hedges are getting out of hand, you know, you could use that.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it comes down to PPL's official rules, where if the top two are tied and whoever can cut the nicest lawn, then he's laughing.
Right? He is playing some four-dimensional chess right now. He's
really ready for it.
He's not ready for it.
But yeah, Crocodile will come a lot, and Scolipede will come a lot because those are his only two physical attackers. And Cabalion, I suppose, can use close combat, but when are you going to bring offensive Cabalion?
Wait until week 1 when he has Cabalion. Right now he's got Metagross and Passimian.
What one am I looking at? I'm looking at one where he has Cabalion and Golbat.
Yeah, but he picked those up after week 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's alright.
I forgot. Yeah, okay, I forgot.
Time is linear.
Time is linear. God damn it, guys.
I mean, to be fair, that's our fault. For being this late.
No, they need to do that. No.
You're right. You're right. Fuck them. Okay? No one's watching this video who give a shit about us 49 minutes in, okay?
Yeah.
We can say whatever we want to say.
He dropped Metagross?
We'll get there next week.
What a fucking
We'll get there next week!
Next week.
We'll get there next week. Number 4. The Pine Cob Ramblers. Okay.
Pine Covey Ramblers. I had them at number 2.
Number 4. Solid offense, the top 2 picks. Very solid offense.
Solid offense.
Solid. I don't want to give too much credit early on, because I don't know if someone's going to disappoint me. And then the next two picks, he kind of like shored that up with Scizor and Decidueye. I like Decidueye being Ghost Grass. It's very unique, and I like the Ghost type. I didn't really need. I felt like though could have maybe gotten something a little better in the 4 slot that would have helped support. Maybe something that could fly, perhaps. That way.
Yeah. He just has the one thing the one reason I have Alex above Jim is that because the Pine Kirby Ramblers Jim has a fairly prominent ground weakness.
Yeah. Maybe he thought Decidueye is a flying type, because I do that sometimes. He's an owl.
I mean, yeah, it's easy to believe. It's an owl that has wings, and it flaps the wings a lot.
Yeah. But Swellow can cause a lot of problems in the late game, which a lot of people aren't ever prepared for. He's got Tapu Koko with Scizor, so they can kind of both turn pretty well with Volt Switch and U-turn, and then they can do that for a while. Alolan Persian, Z, you don't see it a lot, so it could do a lot.
Yeah, see? I don't like Alolan Persian, but I like the idea of Alolan Persian Z.
Me too.
I don't like the cat, but the fact it's got Z crystals is brilliant.
Yeah. Slowking, or Slowbro, good defensively, nothing you can say about that. Nidoking, also a good mon. There's a lot of good mons. He's got a lot of, let's say, Tapu Koko and Scizor can turn, Swellow can do a lot late game. Even Rhyperior to give you an electric immunity if you really wanted one for some odd reason with Slowbro. So, I like the team a lot. We might be seeing him. Wow, again, we're doing that thing where it's weeks, but that's fine. That's okay. I totally.
Yeah, no. I also really like this team. Like you said, top few picks: Tapu Koko, Megazord X, Scizor. Like everyone's scared.
Yes.
Like everyone's scared. Nidoking, I feel like is overpriced now. Like Nidoking for 13 million. I don't like Nidoking is good, but I don't think it's that good in draft. Nidoqueen is definitely a lot better. Slowbro kind of.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like it. Yeah, I feel like Nidoking just kind of doesn't do as much. I don't know, I just always see Nidoking and I always see it do like 85% damage and then die. I hardly ever see Nidoking actually get more than 1 kill per game. And for something that's like supposed to be offensive and 13 million, I don't know. I just always feel like there's better options. Especially Nidoqueen, where it can take a hit and it is going to be a bit more versatile. But Slowbro can take those hits. It kind of offsets the Earthquake weakness because Slowbro's going to take an Earthquake from anything. Earth Power, otherwise, I got on the other hand, is going to be an issue. But Decidueye can also take ground moves, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, people tend to forget that grass resists ground, I'm fairly certain.
But just no good like grass types other than Shaman.
Very true.
Utilize that. It's Mega, like Mega Venusaur, it's
Yeah. Other than the ground weakness, this team's really good. Megazord X, I feel like it's going to do a lot. Tapu Koko, I feel like it's going to do a lot.
Numero Trace.
Yeah, not sure about that Nidoking though.
I thought that was your lead into number 3 with that.
Yeah, I just had to slam Nidoking one more time.
Oh, that's fair. Wait, so what are your thoughts on Nidoking?
There's one team that I can think of that no one else has mentioned.
What are your thoughts on Nidoking on this team?
What are my thoughts of what team?
On Nidoking on this team. You haven't talked about it yet. Nidoking on this team. What are your thoughts?
I think it's an alright pickup. I think he'll do well with it.
Number 3. Deportivo Primarina.
Damn it! We were so close. I had them at number 4.
Going for that flinch offense. Covers weaknesses nicely with Jellicent and Chansey. Just going to cause a lot of problems with that defensive core. Versatile offense. I like the team a lot. It doesn't have a lot of, home run hitters, I guess. It's a lot of just solid stuff, doing a lot of solid things in a lot of solid ways. I just feel like, if you... Jirachi and Togekiss, not like the same mon, but they kind of do essentially the same thing. So if you can stop Jirachi, you can generally also stop Togekiss.
Yeah.
Well, if you... It's not one mon, but they have the same general offensive strategy, so you can kind of work with that. Weevil's good. Z-Blaziken's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I like Z Noivern too because you can get through substitutes with Boom Burst.
True.
And I think it's going to be it's going to maybe win them a game this year because someone's going to forget that can happen. It's just a solid team. There's no real weaknesses to this team. There's also no real strengths either. It's just really good, you know, in doing what it does and being a solid team. Words, English.
Yeah,
language.
yeah. I had them at number 4 too. I mean, like I said, Xenoivern, it does get that Infiltrator. I mean, it's a dragon flying type, so it just makes hitting hurricanes easier. It's going to hit a big hurricane on something. Sand Slash was definitely needed on this team. Otherwise, he was going to have big problems with having, like, Togekiss, Jellicent, like, Noivern. He's going to have problems with, like, electric-y stuff.
Stuff.
A couple of his Pokemon do have some shared weaknesses, though, like things like Amoonguss, Togekiss, Sandslash, and Noivern are all going to get hit by ice moves.
Yeah, but he's got Jellicent and Chansey, so... And he has one of the best
Chansey.
and he has one of the best ice types in Togekiss anyway. Or, sorry, Weevil. I meant Weevil. I was looking at him. I meant Weevil.
I was so confused.
He's got one of the best fire types in Vileplume, so luckily he'll be able to hit those Earthquakes on War Greymon defensive mode.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't fall into the pattern of just like Jirachi can only click Iron Head, because Jirachi can do a lot more than Iron Head. Admittedly, that's what it does. Huh?
Draco Meteor.
Admittedly, Iron Head is the best thing it does, but Draco Meteor is pretty great. Jellicent is good for 11 million.
Yes.
Jellicent is a good Pokemon for 11 million. Like, Ghost Water. Really good typing for defensive Pokemon with Recover and Will-O-Wisp as well. Gonna work well with Amoonguss as well. Yeah, it's a good team. It's a good team.
Just a solid team. And we're kind of getting to that point now where it's like everything is just pretty good up in the top. So we're, except my number 1 pick is your number 9, but I'm gonna tell you why you're fucking wrong in every way. It's fine.
It's less interesting. Yeah. I mean, like you was like, oh, I wish I put Alex higher up. So I might think that I wish I put your number 1 higher up.
I'll convince you. Don't worry.
I'm sure you will.
Number 2, the Parasect Hermon.
I had them number 3.
God.
I know.
Shroom, great stuff. I have high-powered offense in all capital letters. So that's a note.
I take personal credit on this one as well, because I also had a hand in making this draft.
Oh, okay. So you, of course, want to rank yourself high, so you don't have to think about your own faults as a drafter. That makes sense.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I had to put him in number 3. I couldn't stroke my ego too much. Let other people do that for me.
Okay. Got high-powered offense. Zygarde 50% with Z Crystal is gonna be really good. Tyranitar's really good. Mega Lopunny's really good.
Yeah.
Primarina also really good, I think.
Primarina's brilliant.
Yeah. Got hazard support with Fortress. You have a Cleric in Mesprit. You got Ditto for shenanigans.
Yep.
You want to do shenanigans. I just like how versatile this team could be, as well as how like protective the main offense is by Fortress and Mesprit. So whatever like Lopunny might be weak to, or Tyranitar's weak to, it covers both of them nicely with Fortress and Mesprit.
Yeah.
So I think I like this team a lot. It's gonna be really tough to take down those top 2 mons. I think it's gonna force players to have to deal more with how they're gonna beat Mesprit and Fortress than how they're gonna stop Mega Lopunny and Tyranitar. Because so that right there is gonna give Lopunny and T-Tar more openings. I think to just destroy them. And again, Zygarde is gonna be so useful.
Yeah. I mean, he nailed all the bases. You've got your fast offensive threats in Mega Lopunny, Tyranitar, Typhlosion, Crobat. You've got your bulkier ones in Zygarde, Primarina, Mesprit even to an extent. And you've got your more versatile Pokemon like Rotom, Ditto. Primarina is another bulky attacker, Fortress, which has more versatility than people give it credit for.
Volt Switch.
Can do Volt Switch, I've seen a fair few people run just physically offensive Fortress before.
How bold!
I've seen it before, and it does all right. It doesn't do too bad. Yeah, it's a good team. I think this, like you said, a lot of people are going to be so worried about Mega Lopunny, Tyranitar, and Zygarde 50% that it's going to give Pokemon like Primarina, Typhlosion, and Crobat time to shine. They're going to be so worried about like I gotta bring something for this Zygarde, for this Tyranitar, for this Megalopony. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Primarina gets like Scald, Energy Ball, and Moonblast, and you don't have anything that can take all 3 of those hits and kill it in 1 hit.
Yep, and then on the flip side, if you're going to another level, and you're thinking you gotta take out the Fortress and the Mesprit, so you can hit Lopunny and Tyranitar more successfully without worrying about those guys switching in, there's just too much you have to try to worry about, I think.
Yeah, you're wearing yourself down before Lopunny can come in and just fake out high jump kick everything.
Yep, exactly.
Cool. Glad we're in agreements. Glad we're in agreements.
Agreements, yeah. Put it on a shirt. And number 1, the Pittsburgh Pyroar. All right, you ready?
Not my number 9. I had Birmingham Spritz at number 1.
Absolutely not. So,
go ahead, tell me.
Offensive juggernaut with this team. I'm just gonna go.
You're at my door. Sell me.
Yes, Tapu Bulu. So good with it on this team. It can hit with fairy type moves. It can hit with horn leeches to get HP back. It can make a grassy terrain to give other mons to get rid of, the earthquake power to something like a Victini that he's got, or something like a Raichu that he's got, something like a Tentacruel that he's got, something like the Mamoswine that he's got. He's got like instant resist for those mons with Tapu Bulu. He's got Klefki, which is priority support. It can throw up spikes. It can so other support moves that it has. What are the ones that I had written down that I don't see anymore? I love Klefki because it also has that one move that I can't think of right now.
Magnet Rise.
Is that the one?
Where it floats and you can't hit it and it's got priority because it's a Klefki.
I think that's what I'm talking about, yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Magnet Rise. It puts it off the ground for like 3 or 4 turns and it can't be hit by earthquakes.
Yes, you can do Magic Room. Magic Room
+1.
to give make items useless.
That's a really cool one.
Magic Coat to bounce back any kind of hazard or anything like that. He's got Foul Play, so if you start wanting to set up, you got Klefki to deal with. You just got Psych Up, Thunder Wave. It's really good, and it's going to really support things like Tapu Bulu, who needs some. He's not the fastest mon in the world, but he can definitely slow things down. It can run screens.
That'd be awesome if Magic Room made it. If when you put a Magic Room, you couldn't Mega Evolve.
Yeah, that would.
Until it ran out, because you're holding the Mega Stone, and it's just like we can't Mega Evolve till it's gone.
That would be awesome and broken.
I'd love it.
But it's got spikes as well.
It does have spikes. Spikes are good. Spikes are underrated.
Very underrated. Heal blocks, they can't recover anything. Which is, if you're going against something like a team with, let's say possibly Chansey and Jellicent, now it can't use Soft Boil on Chansey, or
yeah, that would crush it.
Even Roost on Togekiss.
Does Heal block Regenerator?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
That's so broken. That's so good.
Yes.
It's like if you don't bring Heal block Klefki against Deportivo Primarina, you're banned.
Mega Medicham is really good, especially when you're concerned about things like Tapu Bulu, and then you gotta try to deal with grass and fairy support, and all of a sudden Mega Medicham's going with fighting and psychic support, so how are you gonna stop any of that? I'll tell you how, you're not. Scyther is great for 6 million. It's fast, it can U-turn, it's off the ground. Victini, very good, especially when it's going to be on grassy terrain. You're going to be getting back HP with it, so you can afford to. And it's got U-turn as well. Raichu's got Volt Switch. You could another team that's got a lot of high-powered offense, but also has a lot of mons that can turn into these mons. Victini can turn into Tapu Bulu, or it can turn into a Klefki. It's just anything like that. So it's not going to have a lot of problems dealing with those kind of threats, because the mons that he has too are pretty fast. I can do that. Mega Medicham, same thing, U-turn. I just love how this team is it's so offensive, but at the same time, it's got things like Vaporeon and Klefki and
Admittedly, you have sold me on it a bit more. You have sold me on it a bit more. Vaporeon was a pickup, by the way. Times linear.
Fuck! Please, you can go now.
Time is linear. Admittedly, you have sold me on it a bit more. I was looking more so at the negatives. Number one, I just don't think Tapu Bulu is very good. I think Tapu Bulu's easily the worst Tapu.
Oh, ooh, wow! It's like to be so wrong.
I feel like it's easily the worst Tapu.
Absolutely not. It gets that grassy terrain, man. That's 3 HP for your whole team.
No, I feel like Tapu Bulu is the worst Tapu. But you have sold me on the fact that it does cover a lot of ground weaknesses on his team. Things like the Klefki, it does help. It does help the Tentacruel and the Victini as well. Tentacruel does really like the grassy terrain and black sludgy recovery. I mean, it's going to be getting back like a fifth or a sixth or a fifth. I don't know, math is hard every turn. Mamoswine's really great. Mamoswine's a good Pokemon. Cypher's, like you said, really good Pokemon. I'm a big fan of that Cypher. I like Raichu for 5 million as well. I like Raichu for 5 million. It's not going to be killing stuff, but it's really fast, so you're hardly ever going to outspeed its Volt Switch, probably.
Yep.
So it's like guaranteed going to come in and Volt Switch on you pretty much every turn. And it does get a coverage for if you switch into like a ground type. I'm fairly certain Raichu gets Focus Blast.
I believe you are correct.
And Mega Medichamp's just really huge as well. I don't know. The original time I just looked at this team, I saw it as underwhelming. It had Pelipper and Kingdra, so I feel like at some point he was just drafting, and then at some point he just went, oh, I guess I can draft like a rain team, maybe. Like he drafted Kingdra first, I think, and he drafted Pelipper after that. So I think at some point he just sort of went, I can sort of draft a rain team, and after 2 picks he just kind of went, oh no, I don't really want a rain team, and he picked Victini.
But Victini's got Thunder though. So in the rain still.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It does have Thunder. However, Mega Medicham is hard to ignore. Cypher is hard to ignore. He does have a lot of physical attack. So he has a lot of physical attack.
Yeah, he does, and he'll learn that. That's
like Bulu, Mamoswine.
All right,
Bulu,
trade.
Mamoswine, Medicham, Cypher, not Tyrantrum. Well, that's not a thing.
This is what he's gonna do. This is what he's gonna do.
Go on.
He's gonna drop.
Don't say what he's actually done. Go on, do it. Just do it. Spoil it.
He's gonna drop. No. He's gonna try to get Blastlon. Fuck it. The clown. He's gonna get that. He's gotta try to trade for that. I don't know how.
Yeah,
what kind of package you can put together, but you
get
gotta,
some more special attacking.
Yeah. You guys have stuff the other team needs. All right, maybe.
You guys better start sucking some dick to get some Pokemon that you need.
Yeah. Or just, and then when you do that, tape it and send it to me so I can watch it.
we'll upload that as week 0.5.
That's terrible.
You know what? I think that went fairly well.
I think it definitely happened.
It definitely done a thing. I mean, I don't think we got a single Pokemon in single team in the same place.
I am with you.
Yeah, we did not get a single team in the same. Mine are on the Power Rankings tab on the sheet, if you wanted to have a look at mine.
But that's more of a testament to the human condition and us being
Agreed.
Individuals as people with different thoughts and opinions. We're not just mindless drones.
And that is a testament for Power Rankings as a whole, in which this is 2 people who shouldn't be doing Power Rankings are doing Power Rankings. So no matter what we've said, whatever you do not take it seriously, because we will just laugh at you the whole time.
I'm laughing at you right now for even considering it. So
yeah, like, even now, I'm gonna hang up this call in a minute, and I am just going to into the shower and drown because my mouth will be open.
Directly into the shower head.
Directly in the shower head. So week 1, I hope you look forward to Steve doing Power Rankings by himself.
Now I'm gonna prop your corpse up. We're gonna weaken that Bernie's this so hard.
Bernie goes Power Rankings.
That's right. Was it the 4th one, I think? Are there 4 of them?
Yeah, it must have been. I don't know. Must have been straight to DVD.
There was definitely more than one, and I don't know how that was possible. But
yeah, that was good. Yeah, leave your comments down below. Like, tell us what you think. Tell us if you think some of our things are wrong. Tell us if you think we missed out a point about your team, which makes it uber. I don't know. We'll probably disagree just for the sake of it.
Yes,
but
that's what the fun is, disagreeing with people. That's all it is.
Yeah, and we look forward to seeing you on week 1, which will be on Tuesday.
Yep, 100%.
Which will be which will be the week 1 games, which definitely haven't happened already.
They have definitely not happened yet.
Definitely hasn't happened yet, and I definitely don't know all of the results yet.
Me neither. I'm looking forward to those exciting surprises that are in store for us.
Agreed. Usual stuff. Check out coaches. Their channels will be somewhere. Make sure you watch their things. Make sure you come back for us, most importantly, though, because we're the most important part about this channel now.
We are. And I hope you guys enjoyed all the time I took editing this video.
Oh, yeah. A testament to Steve. Again, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm currently nominating it for an Oscar.
Wow. That means a lot to me. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
just don't betray that trust, alright? Don't do what the rest of these Oscar winners are doing these days.
What are they doing?
I'm just hearing a lot of bad things about you guys over in the States lately. Can't trust you.
Well, you know, we are the best country in the world or whatever. Something like that.
I mean, this is the Pokemon Premier League. This is a British league. Majority of the coaches do not live in England. So, I can't make you too wrong.
I'm learning a lot of things right now. Wow. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta actually wash some dishes.
No worries. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm not going to go wash dishes, but thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.